Bruce, but he can't die. He can't die.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 darkest what-if moments.
Where I come from, history has never looked kindly on those who lock men in cages.
For this list, we're looking at the bleakest and saddest scenes from the first season of the animated Marvel show. Since we will be discussing important plot points, a spoiler warning is in effect. What do you think is the darkest scene on What If so far? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Loki Invades Earth.
We have the same enemy here. The person who killed your brother also killed two of my people. Good people. We should be working together.
We are not allies.
After Thor is unjustly slain on Earth, Loki arrives to punish the villain responsible. He agrees to team up with Nick Fury to bring Hank Pym to justice for going after the God of Thunder. After a fun final battle, Loki decides to turn on his new ally. He brings Asgardian soldiers and technology to Earth and declares himself as the de facto ruler.
It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjugation. The bright lure of freedom hobbles you, diminishes your life's joy.
And to make matters worse, nearly all the Avengers that were around in the original timeline had already fallen. Fortunately, Fury knew at least two captains who would be willing to rebel against Loki's tyranny. The might of those heroes and a newly arrived Black Widow will hopefully be enough to save this oppressed world.
You and your replacement Avengers fought valiantly, but now I think it's time you told me all your secrets.
Number 9. Killmonger slays Rhodey and T'Challa. The devious Killmonger supported Tony's decision to send Rhodey to a black market vibranium deal.
We send Rhodey. There, he's U.S. Air Force, and he's the company's military liaison. We're all above board.
I think that's a great idea.
At the same time, the villain ensured the Wakandans knew Americans were trying to purchase their most precious resource under the table. Killmonger's complex plan ensured that Black Panther and Rhodey ended up in the same place. The villain took advantage of that fact by slaying both of them while they were distracted.
Let me take the vibranium back where it belongs.
Sorry, cuz. That ain't gonna fly.
Once they were both gone, Killmonger made it look like Rhodey and Black Panther had ended each other's lives. The villain's sinister plot increased tensions between two countries while also taking two good men from the world. And although Tony figured out the truth, he could not stop Killmonger's dark plot.
Word to the wise, never play Clue with Jarvis. He sees all.
Go ahead, call the cops. Still won't get here in time to save you.
Number 8. Stephen Strange absorbs living creatures.
This is where it starts for you, with the death of Dr. Christine Palmer. So overwhelmed by loss, you will seek answers in the mystic arts.
Although Dr. Strange has the ability to travel back to the night where his beloved Christine died, he can't seem to prevent her demise from happening over and over again. He eventually learns that there is a twisted way to get the power he needs to change fate.
Aha! Gain the power through the absorption.
We watch as Strange steals life from a series of monstrous-looking beings to increase his own magical capabilities. As he absorbs more creatures, we get foreboding hints that he is becoming more beastly too. Although Strange's intentions were good, the way he gained his power was truly evil. This absorption sequence marked the point where the hero we knew became a villain.
He's on the wrong path. I could warn him, intervene. But the fate of his universe is not worth risking the safety of all others.
Number 7. Ego finds Star-Lord. On the surface, the episode where T'Challa's journey around the universe as Star-Lord may seem like one of the brighter what-if stories. But the fun adventure hides an extremely dark ending. The episode ends with Ego finding his son Peter Quill on Earth.
Sorry, we're close. What, Peter? Can't spare a little time for dear old Dad?
After the two met in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the villain revealed his plan to spread across the universe like a virus.
I need to fulfill life's one true purpose. To grow and spread, covering all that exists until everything is me.
We even saw a small example of a few civilizations being overwhelmed by Ego's presence. The villain's destruction only happened because Star-Lord's friends got there at the right time. Although Ego's initial attack was stopped on What If, seeing the planet execute his evil plan by hurting his son during their first meeting was pretty dark.
Ah, come on, relax, son. It'll all be over in 1,000 years or so.
Number 6. The heroes lose hope.
Another survivor camp claims to have made progress on a cure.
Well, awesome! Global crisis solved! High fives all around, guys.
Not quite.
A team of heroes gets word that a zombie cure might be waiting for them in New Jersey. But during the train ride, Hope gets infected with the virus. Her allies try to stay optimistic that they could find the cure to save her just in time. But when the train runs out of fuel in a zombie-infested area, Hope decides to lay down her life to get her friends to safety.
Peter! Smile. Smile for me, okay?
Watching her take her final steps was incredibly heartbreaking. Unfortunately, her demise becomes even more tragic when we see her come back as a zombie and attack her friends. Seeing the heroine turn into a member of The Walking Dead gave us little hope that this timeline could get better.
I'm sorry. She gave her life so we could get the cure.
Number 5. Natasha confronts the Watcher.
And then there was one.
I won't go back there. My world is gone.
Once the Guardians of the Multiverse complete their mission, the Watcher enables them to return back to their original realities. However, Natasha refuses to go. She reminds the Watcher that her home was completely ravaged by Ultron in an emotional speech. And when Natasha asks him to do something to aid her home, he reveals that he's either unwilling or unable to.
Then fix my world.
I can't, Natasha.
The Watcher instead decides to take her to a less damaged world that's in the midst of a huge conflict. While his gesture is nice, Natasha still has to carry the weight of losing everyone she knows. She also must live with the fact that the powerful Watcher didn't move to save her world.
We're just stories to you. We're not real. You watch us fight, win, lose. Tell me, did you make popcorn while Ultron murdered my friends and burned my world to the ground?
Number 4. Hawkeye dies as a villain.
Drop your weapon! I swear, I didn't shoot.
It was tough watching members of the original Avengers lineup meet their ends in a variety of gruesome ways. Hulk's demise was particularly grim and hard to watch. However, Hawkeye arguably had the saddest end of them all. He was given the task of observing Thor by S.H.I.E.L.D. higher-ups. All of a sudden, one of Hawkeye's arrows flies loose and fatally wounds the God of Thunder. The Archer is quickly arrested and left questioning how this tragedy could have happened.
This doesn't make any sense. I don't slip. I don't misfire.
And before Hawkeye could learn that he wasn't responsible, Hank Pym takes his life. Knowing that the Archer died confused and disgraced made his last scene stand out in an episode full of depressing demises.
Barton had a wife and kids. If he was gonna go, it wouldn't be willingly.
You think he was murdered?
If I had to guess, my money is on the same someone who killed Stark.
Number 3. Ultron overwhelms the Watcher. We initially thought the worst thing Ultron was going to get away with was launching nuclear weapons on his version of Earth.
We're too late. He did it.
However, he accomplished something far worse after gaining the power of all the Infinity Stones. After becoming aware of the multiverse, Ultron decides to bring his violent version of peace to new realities.
So many universes, so much chaos. They need to be silenced.
You do not have to do this.
But the Watcher attempts to break the robot first. Unfortunately, he is unable to keep up with Ultron's raw power. The Watcher is left with no choice but to retreat. If this episode didn't end on an optimistic scene where the Cosmic Observer teamed up with Strange Supreme, Ultron's victory would have led to the show's grimmest ending.
Run. Watch. It doesn't matter. From here, I can see everything. No one can stop me now.
Number 2. Vision's Betrayal.
I'll canvass the base, see if I can find his transport.
Sergeant Barnes, you will not find what you're looking for.
During the zombie apocalypse, Wanda Maximoff became a member of the undead horde. Since Vision was unable to cure her, he kept her fed by tricking people into becoming her next meal. The dark truth was revealed when Bucky discovered Black Panther was one of the unlucky victims. Seeing what Vision did to T'Challa was already disturbing.
Vision, what the hell is this place?
A trap.
Nkozia!
We feared you were dead.
The vision grabbed me in San Francisco. Thought he was saving me.
But knowing the synthetic being would have continued sacrificing heroes if given the chance was an unbearably grim thought. While Vision tried to logically explain what he did, there's no excusing his manipulative actions. It's impossible to look at him the same way when you know about the horrifying methods he used to keep Wanda going.
You lured innocent people to their deaths, all in the name of love?
Love sucks.
I still cannot entirely fathom what I have done.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Strange Supreme breaks reality.
I spent centuries, sacrificed everything for Christine. And now can you save her?
All of the monstrous things that Strange Supreme did allowed him to bend the rules of time and save the woman he loved. However, his dark path came at a high cost. Since rescuing Christine in the past caused a massive time paradox, reality completely falls apart. Even Strange Supreme's incredible power isn't enough to stop his universe from collapsing around him. And the desperate man cannot convince the Watcher to help either.
Honestly, if I could fix this, if I could punish you instead, I would. But I can't interfere. You, more than anyone else, should understand that meddling with time and events only leads to more destruction.
In the end, Strange Supreme is forced to watch Christine fade away from him one last time. His attempts to reunite with his love caused the end of everything. We have yet to get a bleaker what-if ending than a completely isolated Strange Supreme forced to exist in an utterly broken reality.
No, 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 no. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.